What's going on, people? Welcome back to another JSTV. Back again, something different tonight. And I've got two guys. It's coming Michelo, one for the first time, one's been on for the fan cam before. I've got Vince, Julie Theatre, and big up to Jackie from St Helens. Good evening to you guys.
Hello. You all right?
Thank you guys for coming on in this warm weather today down south. And guys, if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you like to super chat, the super chat is open. And I'm going to tell you about the voucher in a bit. And I'll go for the comments. Hi to Leslie. And please like and share. And to socials at the channel grow. Thank you very much indeed, Leslie. Hi to Ches. Hi to Strasbourg Steve. Lovely guy as well. Do check out his channel as well, by the way. It's absolutely lit as well. Brilliant guy as well. And join the channel for 99p if you wish to become a member and be with a chance of winning £50 e-voucher for Newcastle next Tuesday when I do the match review, the match reaction as well, straight after the Milan game. Thank you very much indeed. And hi to Steve, Soft, and Leslie. Before we dive into the debate signed Eddie Howe, it would be wrong not to mention the Great North Run, of course, the Newcastle United Fans Food Bank. For those who don't know Vince, down the bottom, he can be found opposite Shearer's Bar match years, dressed in Darth Vader to collect your donations from the food bank itself and complete the Great Northern Run just as Batman last Sunday. So, congratulations, Vince. And also, tell us a bit about why you did the Great Northern Run and why also you actively involved in fundraising for the food bank.
Well, just I've always I've always been a person like to support people and help people. I've done it like through work, stuff like that, like his staff and everything. Like I'm very I've always just been that way. Like that's kind of why I joined the RAF, to help and stuff like that. So I wasn't there. I've always done it part of my life, and I just got involved. And you see people struggling and things like that, and you can help any way you can. Then I'll just try, I'm gonna be there and that. And I just thought, well, got costumes and that, dress up, it puts a smile on people's faces. The kids love it and all that. So yeah, I've done it a couple of times in the full Darth Vader costume. But now I just do like a Geordie Vader version, with a tune top and everything, just the helmet and everything on, and the lightsaber. The kids love it, man. It's a good laugh, and it's just to get involved, because people are really struggling that, and anything I can do to help the food banks, amazing. Stepping up. Realistically, we shouldn't need them. Food banks and everything the government aren't doing the place, so the people are doing what the people do. The people will always step up and help, and that's what we do. And they're wonderful. The wonderful people at the food bank, all the volunteers there, give their time. And it's amazing what they're doing, because there's people really, really struggling out there. What was that? Sorry.
And what you're doing as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's anything I can do. It's just people need it, and yeah, so that's why I've just always like to do it. I like to put it I like to make people smile, laugh, and stuff like that. So yeah, and then that's when and then through that led to doing the Great North Run. I did it last year in the full Darth Vader costume, which was a very, very, very difficult. I just walked it, but I did that for the guide dogs last year, and this year I did it for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
Yeah.
And I did it as like John said, as Batman, the Cape Crusader. Yes, fighting crime in the Great North Run. Yeah, but the kids all loved it, shouting Batman, going up high five in the mall and all that. But it was oh god, it was it's an amazing event, and the money that's raised, it's unbelievable. Again, the people supporting the people, they're all them charities and all that need help and all that, and it's amazing. And just to be part of it, it's part of that day, the cheering on keeps you going. You're afraid and you hear them go on, but it keeps you going. But that weather, God, I just hope boiling hot weather, and then to finish on the last mile, to just all of a sudden turn to torrential rain, and I mean torrential. The whole Batman costume just got so heavy and wet. The cape was choking. It was way down, but I kept going. Come on. But yeah, but no, it was great, and that's that's why I do it. I just like to help, and if I can in any way, people, I'll do it. Yeah, but they're both amazing. They're both amazing things, and raise loads of money for charity and help people massively. Yeah.
Fantastic. And just to the viewers as well, that how long you've been doing this for, if you don't mind me asking, how long you've been doing the charity for Food Bank for?
The charity of the Food Bank, I've been doing that for now, since I'd say 3 years, since 3 years now. And I just started did the Great North Run, but I've always did help different charities. I did during the COVID, the pandemic. At work, I went in dressed up as one day was a stormtrooper, Superman, Darth Vader, Batman, and I raised money for the Newcastle Cat and Dog Shelter. I think I raised over £700 as well that week as well. But it was also cheer people up at work we were all going into work all the time and just during a horrible time, but to cheer people up as well. So yeah, I just if I can do anything like that, I'll do it. So yeah, I've always kind of on and off done things like that. Yeah.
Yep. Good for you. Thank you very much for telling us all about it. If you'd like to contribute to Food Bank, if you want to see things outside Newcastle United, it's always opposite Shearer's Bar. If you'd like to give any kind of donation, just give it to him. Doesn't matter how much it is, just give him the money, or anyone there. Steve's there as well, of course, and others as well. Kathy, I think, is there as well. Just hand the money, and it'll be worth and it'll be so much appreciated. So. Yeah. Thank you for telling us all. And just before we go on to Eddie Howe, how long did it take you to complete the Great Northern Run?
Well, in the Darth Vader costume, it took 4 hours, and it was about, I think, 3 hours 10. I did it in the Batman one. So, brilliant. Quicker, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Congratulations and well done to you, Vince. And big up to you, and congratulations on completing. So, no problem. I contributed to Food Bank as hard out there for people that don't deserve it. Look after each other. Love is love.
Yeah.
Listen, Les, thank you very much indeed for that. Les, you are so correct. You are so correct. Thank you. Right, we're going to go to Eddie Howe, and according to the media, Talk Sports and one or two others as well, that Eddie Howe's job is safe, and I just don't understand why. He's under pressure. I don't even know why it's being mentioned about his job. Yeah, obviously, I listened to Jim White today and asked the PIF and said, "Is Eddie under pressure?" I said, "No. He's still got time. He's done a fantastic job, and there's no pressure on this guy." Jackie, you ever optimistic on Eddie Howe? I mean, how did this leaked out? Right, that's number one. Secondly, this has always happened in Newcastle United when we have an international break. Someone comes up, and we have to deny it straight away.
I can't believe where it's coming from about getting Eddie Howe out, because we've only had 4 games. The games we've played, all the opposition have finished in the top 7 last year. So I just can't believe where this is coming from, because he's a brilliant manager. And people have got short memories. So if you look back 18 months ago when we were under Ashley, we've come so far with such a wonderful manager. So I just can't believe these people that are saying get Eddie out. It's just so wrong.
Yeah, I've got to kind of agree, because look, he's come in 18 months, done a wonderful job, and you know what it is, Vince, that he comes in, right, did what he had to do, keep us up, number one. Secondly, he got us in the Champions League, and then all of a sudden, I get people on social media saying they ain't a big enough name for Newcastle anymore. I just don't understand it. It does not make sense whatsoever. And I think people now will have to want an exit, right? Just wrap it up and just get on with it. Eddie Howe is going to be at Newcastle United for years to come. You got to get used to it. That's it.
Yeah, like John Jackie said, you think where we were, right? Realistically, this should have been the season that we started pushing for the Champions League. We didn't expect this. What they did last season was unreal. Unreal to go and do what they did. These players all stepped up. Joe Litton just grew. Even players like Murphy, like Longstaff, everyone just started to step up further and better and better. And this isn't unbelievable. To get the Champions League that quick, to go from struggling relegation, we're just surviving, and then that is unbelievable, unreal. Eddie Howe, what he has done with individual players is just, it's just, I mean, come on, like it just, nobody would have expected things like this of Joe Layton, Murphy, like all players like that. It's unreal what he has done and where he's taken with. This should have been, like, this should have been the season, possibly, right, okay, we're taking that next step. Probably we didn't think Champions League maybe this year or next year, but no, we're there. Like, just because we got there now doesn't mean all of a sudden, all right, we're going to beat everyone, we're going to do that. No, it's like the process is still built. There's things going on behind the doors that the academy still needs fixed. There's other things that need done to still get where there. Eddie Howe, like you've said, John, for years, this is what I want. Like, says, we don't want to keep on switching, changing managers. Who they keep on saying, all right, okay, get it. Who do you want in? Who? No, like it's just no. Eddie Howe, you can see how much he is committed to where, like, he's in there 7 o'clock in the morning and he's the last one to leave 7 at night. He's brought his family up here. Everyone's in it together. He's got the players together, like the board. Everyone's behind him, and that's all the fans need to do is get behind him. This is just unreal. The abuse, like, 4 games. Yes, we took games. Yeah, we should have maybe beat Liverpool, but it's football. Things happen. I remember when Newcastle were possibly going to go out of the second division. Until Kevin Keegan came and saved one. Things can be a lot worse. And that's why I think a lot of it is the younger family. The one that young ones seem to want it now, want it quickly and stuff like that. And it just ain't going to happen that way. We're still building. We'll still get there. Eddie Howe is definitely the man. Definitely.
100%. I mean, you just mentioned there, who do people want to come in? Jose Mourinho, I'm sorry, but he's 61, yeah? He's done with English football. He is done, right? Diego Simeone, he ain't going to come to leave Atletico Madrid to come to us. There's just no way. We're not in a position, Jackie, at the minute, to get an elite manager, because I don't know he's going to come into Newcastle United, he's going to take Eddie's place, because at the minute, all managers makes mistakes. I mean, look at Pep made a mistake in his first season, and he fixed up, yeah? Arsene Wenger made a mistake last 2 years in his career, yeah? But some of our fan base want the best managers in the world. I'm telling you now, we are not in a position yet to get an elite manager. Yes, it's all good getting Champions League football, that is great, but we got to do it on a consistent basis, not in the fashion of the pan. Eddie Howe, in my opinion, is the right guy for the job. He's a project manager, and he's a young manager. And I tell you what, he's got room to grow, in my opinion.
He's a young English manager, and what he's brought to the club is complete and utter stability. His man management skills are amazing. As your friend said, the players that he's brought back from mediocrity to playing brilliantly, like Joe Layton, it's just phenomenal. So he's 100% committed. As your friend said, he comes in at 6 o'clock of the morning, and he's just perfect for the club. So why we would want to go for an elite manager who doesn't know the club? So 18 months in, he knows the club. He gets on very, very well with the owners. He's brought a stability. He's brought a calmness, and he's got success with the club, with the players that he's got. So why would we change anything? What's he done wrong? I mean, this time last year, I think we played 7-1-1. So it's not as if we've had a massively bad. And if you look at the fixtures we've had, all those teams have finished in the top 6, 7. So no need to panic. We'll be fine. We will be absolutely fine. And I just love the way man manages his team. Everybody wants to play for him. It's not like the Klopp where you've got Salah coming off, chucking his wristbands and having a paddy, or the Sancho thing at Man United. Everybody wants to play for the club. Anthony Gordon last year had a bit of a drop because he got subbed. Didn't happen again. So he's got mutual respect. The manager respects the players, but they get that back in return. And I don't think we would get that from any other manager that we tried to bring in when he's got this proven record.
Totally agree. And Anthony Gordon will never do that again under Eddie Howe. In fact, no manager will do that at all whatsoever. Post it on social media, right? Everyone has conspiracy having a go at us. It's send us pictures and he's smiling. He did it on the pitch. Not he did it off it. He did it on the pitch. Yeah. But you talk about Eddie Howe, he commands respect. You look at Alex Ferguson. Yeah. He commands respect every game. Yeah. I've got to tell you what, if you say today, after this person not get away with it today in the Premier League, not from Man United, but that's another day. Let's be real, right? I mean, I'll go for the comments before we come back to Vince as well. I can't even think of another manager that would give us half us the commitment Eddie brings to the table. Well said, Les. Thank you very much indeed. Toto's based in North Shields. Eddie is the man. We've heard how the hard start of things will come good. Exactly. 110%. And Leslie saying maybe you should create a list of food banks in the region to highlight how people can donate. I chat with John. No problem, Leslie. Thank you very much indeed. Absolutely hard for people out there. I do my best. You do what, Les? You're fantastic. TNT, thank you very much indeed. Before we come on to you as well, folks, just one on social media, right? I mean, I think for Mick Hodgson, I think he's watching it on Twitter. You can watch on Twitter and on Facebook, all those platforms as well. I think people saying Eddie has made errors in his choice of substitutions against Liverpool and against Brighton, but these people don't see the full picture. Do you know what it is, right? Things, right? We all make mistakes, right? Yes, Eddie made a little bit of a boo-boo on subs as well, but that's not what about it against Liverpool, right? We should have won that game way before the subs as well. So you can't really have a go at Eddie for that. Eddie has to do the right thing for the club. Yeah, we should have won that game way before the subs.
Yeah, like I mean, you can't blame him. Like what I hate about that, right? People having going at Mickey, right? Mickey had a cracking shot just at the end of the first half, and I don't know how Alisson saved that. He used, like it says, he used the force or something there. I don't know how he saved that. That was unreal. And Mickey's like again the second half. It's a game of like inches, and you're like if that goes in. If Mickey's effort later on when he charges in and it instead of hitting just the outside, it goes the other way, it's in, we win that game easy, you know what I mean? Like sometimes things come off and some things don't. Like you've got to say it can't just blame how you've got the players come on the pitch and do it. I mean, he made the same substitution, but he thought Wilson and it worked the last time. But it's also about things behind the doors. He's got to try and keep players happy as well. These players have come to the club. You've got Wilson wants to get on and play. On the left, you've got Gordon, and now you've got Harvey Barnes as well. He's going to have to keep players happy as well. It's a nightmare job as a manager to try and keep all of these talented players happy as well. That's going to be hard. So it's not just as simple as all right, okay, put this one on. There's a lot of things going on there that we don't see. We can all see it's easy. Put him on, do this. We don't exactly like you said, John. We don't see what's going on behind doors, and people make mistakes. He'll try to make changes, and it might work. It mightn't work. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's what you do. In football, it's you try things. It doesn't work. And people make mistakes. All you can do is try, and and that's what the manager does. But the players have to do it on the pitch. And and they just, unfortunately, they didn't. I don't know what. Liverpool, they seem to move the ball. They didn't move the ball quick enough like they used to, like they normally do and stuff like that. So there was a lot of things going on. But yeah, it's
totally Absolutely. We go for some comments as well. Please keep those comments coming in. Please like and subscribe to my channel as well. Please, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Super chats are open as well. And last year's success, as some of our fans forgetting, we're still in the building process. With all cities, a non-existent FFP back in 2018. Not even they hit fourth in their second season. I can remember that. They haven't. Took the time to come on that one in a bit. I think you're correct there. Hi to Paul, by the way. Hope you're great, Paul, mate. Hope you're having a fantastic week as well. Yes, well said, Chess, by the way. She's absolutely on the money there as well. If you think about it, right, Jackie, right? Man City, right? I mean, they change things up there. They keep everyone guessing, right? They play three at the back. They play back four as well. Then in the middle of the season, they bring different players coming in. And then later on in the season, they bring in the original stars from the beginning of the season to seal the title, yeah? Newcastle are not in that position yet, yeah? Not for the next couple of years. Yeah. But Eddie Howe is going to win us a trophy, right? No question about that, yeah? If anyone brings a trophy home, to Newcastle United, wherever cup it is, it's Eddie Howe. He nearly done it, but I think the day we got frozen on the day at Wembley, I can't lie. However, right, Eddie Howe is that close. Because I tell you what, something now, if you want us that trophy, I tell you now, none of the people that talk sport and other media as well will have a go at him.
And to be fair, it was quite a tight game against City. It wasn't as if the bulldozed us. But I do think Eddie Howe's main positive is that he just brings the best out in people. I remember, oh God, I'm showing my age, but Bobby Robson, when he was in charge, he said, I want to bring good players in, but good people. And I think that's what Eddie Howe does. So he doesn't go for the mega bucks, signing. He goes for the people that are going to fit in with the club. And that's what comes across, that they're a team. The win as a team, the lose as a team. And the balance is lovely. So no way should we affect that at all, because he's just brilliant.
100%. I mean, if you went to Brighton, I tell you what, he'd do exactly the same job as the Serbi. If you went to like middle clubs like Brentford, I tell you what, he'd get Brentford in the top 4 or 5, no problem at all whatsoever, because they all would have played for this guy. Let's be real. At least our squad are more healthy than it's been for the last 15 years. Big up to Clone Lad, by the way. It's great to see my guy again. It was great to see him back. Hope he's healthy. Hope he's fine. And big up to Jan as well. The biggest enemy for anyone in the UK is the media. And Eddie's just found the remedy to deal with them. Tell them now, and they have no to write about. It's his motto, and I agree with him. 110%. 110%, Jan. Well said. Go on, Jan.
I think October is going to be the telling time for us, because I'm just looking now, we've got Brentford, Sheffield, Burnley, West Ham, Crystal Palace and Wolves. So compared to our first 4 fixtures, I think have this conversation at the end of October, I think we'll be in a completely different place, because we've got easier fixtures where we can obviously pick up more points, because obviously the first 4 fixtures were awful. So I think end of October, we'll see a true reflection of where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got the players to get the points as well, because you know what it is, Vince. I mean, I expect a couple good few points there as well. I mean, look, Brentford, I expected to win going into AC Milan. Then we've got to play West Ham. That's going to be tough. Sheffield United, I'm not going to lie, Sheffield United, sorry. Then we've got Burnley at home. Sheffield United and Burnley, I'm not being funny, but no disrespect to those 2 teams I mentioned, it's got to be maximum points, surely.
Yeah, Alexis. I mean, this is it. Alexis, it's so funny. Like, the people I just look at it, I think, what's going on? Alexis, look at the teams that we're playing. Like, look at Man City. They've got 2 11s that they can put on the pitch and still probably beat anyone. Alexis, we're on their level. And Alexis, and Pep admitted it, and that's the one manager I like, Pep, because he always praises us, and he admitted he had to change the way they played against us, because he said if he played open, we would have probably beaten them. He was honest about that, and he even changed how they played against them. Now, how much respect is that? That shows you, like, where we are as a club, like, coming out like that as well. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like, definitely. I think, like Jackie said, the end of October, you're going to see a more realistic place than where we are. Like, we're going to take this. Like, I mean, look at last year, we had England breaks, and we always seem to come back and bounce back better after that. Like, Eddie Howe gets the players together and gets them going again. Like, and like it says, we've got players. I remember, was it Robert Lee's talking, which I do quite a bit with, like Steve. They do quite a few of the talkings and all that. Like, and he said it's back then. You look in the 90s. What they did, they got players, and the players who came got it straight away. They bought into it, like Tino, Ginola, stuff like that. You get the foreigners, but all of them they just loved it. They got into the culture, and that's what you want. It's like I said, it's the attitude. You're bring the right attitude in, bring the right players in, and that's what they want. Like you look at Gordon, like that was a little stop, but it was blown out of proportion. He flew up a little bit, but then he was still at the end of the game. He was applauding the fans. He was still there and all that. He was in the photo, everything like that. It wasn't a big blow up. And then look at his attitude. And I like the way at the end of the season he said, "Look, I realise I've come here and I'm nowhere as fit as everyone else is, and I will improve. And look what he did in the summer. He likes his for England 21s. He was amazing. He's built up. You can see that. And then look at him now. He's the player. Like I knew there was people saying, "Oh, there's not a play." Look what he's doing now. The pace. He's terrified. Like he's one of the fastest players in the league. His pace is terrifying, and he just goes. His confidence for a young lad to go is just brilliant. And this is what we're going to see. We've got players all like Harvey Barnes will come in, and like says what. The squad, like it's going to change, and it's going to have to because we are going to play more games. Let's sit with the Champions League and everything like that. So it's going to have to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, man. Yeah. Well said, and well said to Paul from to Jack as well from Paul. Well said to you, Jack. Hardy's been a busy week of work. Good to be back. 3 points now. Big up, Clone lad. Hope you agree it. And welcome back. Also had to play Tino and Hall. They cost a lot of money, and they are good enough. Do you know what? That's down to Eddie. One of us going to have to play tomorrow, and I think it's little of anything.
They said Tonali might be injured, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be playing tomorrow though. He's definitely injured, so he'll not be playing tomorrow. And he's struggling at back Milan as well. But we shall see. Glad to have you back, mate. I'm sure we can get this win tomorrow. And Clone lad, hopefully Hall starts tomorrow, but don't think Eddie will. Probably didn't help Hall get an England squad for the quality preparation as well. Well, that could be a part as well. No need to panic, by all means. Les, thank you very much indeed. You're correct. And I haven't Hall nailed down to start. It had been at England set up as well. I mean, that didn't help at all. What was Gal Selfie doing? What was he thinking of? My God. The sooner he gets a win, the better. That guy, real talk here, is absolutely useless. He really is. Got for Mick as well. Bigger than Mick Hodgson as well on Twitter. I read online before somebody was saying that Eddie Howe is an elite manager. How do you become an elite manager if it's not through experience? This is where Eddie is gaining all experience. He's got the maker of being one of the best homegrown managers. Thank you, Mick. You're so right. Mick, Twitter, you're so right. And bigger than Colton, by the way. I know it's a Colton Palmer there, but it's good that Eddie is under pressure. Jackie, what's your take on that? It's good to see Eddie under pressure.
I listened to his press conference today, and he's always been Mr. Calm. And when you hear him in press conferences, he doesn't give anything away, plays everything close to his chest. But I think his calmness is one of his massive strengths. He doesn't get carried away with the situation. He doesn't rant like Klopp. He just sits, thinks about it. So I think that is a massive, massive strength for him. As regards Hall and Livramento, if you think back to Bruno and Botman, he beds them in very, very slowly because I think they're not at the fitness levels that they should be at. But I do think tomorrow maybe bring in Hall instead of Target if Botman's a bit iffy and start blooding them. But what we've got to think of is the summer transfer signings we made, none of them have really come on yet. So we're just going to get bigger and better. And we've got those players in reserve.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we have to find out what's happening tomorrow there. It's as simple as that.
And we win.
We need to win. You can't go 4 defeats in a row going to AC Milan. Because I tell you what, AC Milan are having a fantastic season so far. And I tell you what, if anyone writes on Milan against us, must be absolute muppets. Because AC Milan is going to come close to winning the Scudetto this season. And I love Italian football. And I tell you what, let's be real. Let's go some more comments before we go to the ads as well. Big up to, I missed out on Leslie's comment. Tonali slight muscle strain, possibly for Milan. Botman and Anderson fit for tomorrow. That is fantastic news as well. And it's Barnes, Wilson, Gordon tomorrow. Seen a few strong rumours on Twitter. And let's hope Eddie changed up tomorrow, yeah? And it's about time that Harvey, Anthony, and Callum Gaston games as well. That's where we play our best when we're back against the wall. Needs to lead from the front. Thank you, Les. Pressure's nothing new to Eddie. There's no more pressure than being responsible to get to the team out to 90th position for relegation, then get us to 4th. He's more than stepped it up. Cheers. You are so damn right yet again. Thank you. Cheers. As long as Wilson gets the service, that's the thing. And by the way, I've got to come to news about Callum in a bit. I think Lewis will miss tomorrow, maybe gets 20 minutes. The same on Tuesday, then a full game next week after Dan has played 2 games this Saturday and Tuesday. Just a quick one on that as well. If Eddie picks Dan Burn, right, at left back, he's got to face Pulisic, and Kieran Tripper's going to face Rafael Leao as well. I tell you something. I've been doing a preview on Monday, and I tell you what, Rafael Leao, that guy is so lit. Absolutely lit things.
Yeah. No, like says I've seen a couple of things. I've looked. Yeah, like says I mean, this is it. People are just going, oh, it's like AC Milan because the Italian leagues are up. But they're still like, see, this is the Champions League. Like if you're in the Champions League, you're there for a reason. You know what I mean?
And
John, I think you're right with this Scudetto. Yeah, I think they're probably going to go there this season. But yeah, like it's going to be tough. It's going to be like and this is it. Like Dan Burn, like says, I mean, like says, do you know what? Like the thing about Dan Burn is because he's a fan. He's from so he gives his all, his heart. He leaves it on the pitch, and he will not stop. Like says, he'll know himself that if he cannot do it, like says. And how will we speak to him and all that? But if he's fully confident Burn, then his confidence is in Burn. You know what I mean? Like so, Eddie Howe we can say what we want and all that. But Howe's the one that trains with them? How's the one that sees them? How understands them? And he will set them up. And like says, I mean, and this is it. Why like says again? Like says, what you do is like says, why should we like? Yes, we're saying, oh, worry about him. But the thing is, we want to go. No. What we want to do is make them worry about the same back four that we had that season, make them worry about us. That's what you want to go like is put that same back four and go, and then they're thinking about it, go, well, it did well last season, they're doing well, they're good. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to put it on them, like not be too scared about them. Go like, no, like, this is what we are, and this is what we'll do. Like so you've got to try and like you see, Pep changed because he looked at the way we played and he changed it. And that's what you do, like it's confidence in yourself, you know what I mean? And Eddie Howe's like that's it, like Jackie said, he is so calm, he's so like and the only one that'll put pressure on Eddie Howe is himself. Because like he says, he says he always remembers his losses. He'll never forgets them and wants to learn what happened, and he'll go over it in his mind constantly. He's the one that puts pressure on himself, and no one else. He'll do it because he wants to give everything, and he keeps on saying he wants to give everything to the club, the fans, and like he says, you'll not find a manager like that. He's given his all. You'll not find one like that. Like I mean, these elite managers, you see the attitude and the egos that come with, like the way they speak to the press and stuff like that and all that. Where Eddie's just calm, like he just thinks exactly what he's going to say, and then says it and doesn't give too much away, and it's just amazing. But like it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, the Champions League and everything. But I'm so looking forward to it, back in the Champions League, just to hear like music, to be there. Just I was there when we beat Juventus. I was there when we beat Barcelona 3-2. I've seen wonderful Champions League nights, and I cannot wait till they come back.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know what? I mean, I like to see Dan Burn at the back. He said it now. I mean, at left back, I think he's a bit slow in my opinion. I love Dan Burn. I love him. But for me, I play in the centre back. If anything, let Lewis Hall play at left back, in my opinion, if they're going to make a change there as well. I'll just go through some ads, guys, as well. I've got two partnerships as well. I'm just going to get it up now. So the first one here, JSTV is pleased to welcome their first partner, Toffs, the #1 destination from classic football shirts that recreates famous vintage Newcastle United shirts designs, in addition to the massive range of replica shirts or sports shirts. I do apologize. Toffs brings you NUFC-inspired bucket hats, features Bruno, Joe, Tonali, and lots more. Their products are manufactured and they've created their base made by the fans for the fans. Check out at www.toffs.com. Our exclusive JS discount code gets you 15% of all orders. Simply quote JSTV, and that'll be brilliant. And one more from me as well, which is the Magpie Sport Store, which is in Newcastle, is an online service. Of course, these guys are passionate about supporting Newcastle and providing fans with quality NUFC inspiration clothing. Their range includes hoodies and t-shirts, including Gordon, Tonali, Isak, and more. Keep your eyes open as they are continually adding to their product line. The Magpie Stores is a new store for New Dawn and Newcastle United that can be found at www.themagpiestore.co.uk. Quotes are exclusive, code GSTV10 for 10% of each order. Please contact JSTV via email if you also like to join our partnership team as well. Thank you very much indeed for that. And let's go on to some more comments as well. I'd like to note, 210 Mayors got married. The wedding was crap, but the reception was great. Thank you for that as well, Les. Les, I like that. I like it. Thank you, Gordon. I like it as well. That yeah, it's just going to Eddie. Eddie signed a new kind of contract last season, a long-term contract. We don't know when his contract's ended anywhere. Jackie, you know what? I see this contract out because I tell you what, he is gonna do stuff. So he's gonna win a trophy for us. I can guarantee you.
I think so, and I think it was Bobby Robson. You know, the thing about Bobby Robson, but what he's got is massively wonderful at managing players and getting the best out of them. What I think he needs to do though is stop overthinking things, because I think out the past 4 games, obviously Villa was great. We held our own with City. Liverpool, we threw it away. Brighton was the only game that we didn't play very well. But to me, watching the game, the thing that changed was we didn't have the high press. And I think last year, maybe it was a bit of a surprise package, but that's what got us all the goals. If you look at the number of goals we scored last year when we nicked the ball off the defence, and we didn't have that in the Brighton game. So I think 2 things. I think 1, we need to get back to that, and 2, I think we just need to not overthink the opposition and just play like we did last year, like on the front foot, not thinking about the opposition.
Absolutely. I've got 2 more comments as well. The first one is I will rest Botman and Sandro tomorrow, and even Big Joe, and play Tino, Hall, and Barnes. We cannot take our eye off the Premier League. That's our bread and butter. Bruno looked back to his best for Brazil with 2 assists. Hopefully, he can bring that form with him tomorrow. I'm going to have to kind of agree there.
He was brilliant for Brazil.
Apparently so. He could be key for us tomorrow. If he does that tomorrow, we'll win the game. And great show. Keep up the good work. Love is people. Love is thank you, Les. We love you too. And if you want to come on my show as well for a tune chat as well, let me know and I will bring you on as well. It's always nice to see different faces on my show as well. To keep my channel fresh. And Bruno looks like he's had a spark back, and that's from Leslie. He's got to show it again tomorrow, though, Vince. He's got to do it again tomorrow in front of our eyes, because he has had a good season so far for us.
I know, Lex, I'm a little bit wondering, is it like him and Tonali? Like, because Bruno wants to get more forward than he was last season, but now he's sitting more where Tonali's the one that's breaking forward, stuff like that. So if Tonali gets rested, it'd be interesting to see what kind of effect that does have on Bruno. Like, so we can see things and stuff like that. We don't know, but that could be interesting to see that. Like, if Tonali's not played and see how like it actually affects Bruno. Like, if he can get more forward and stuff like that, more play the ball. So, and that because you hear him talk like that, he can do defensive work, but last season we've seen him like getting up there, playing the ball through. He's clever. He's very clever on the ball. He's just quick thinking on the ball and stuff like that. You can play a right pass and all that. So yeah, I think we'll see. We could see something different tomorrow if Tonali's not playing. So yeah, but he's a great player. He's a fantastic player. You know what I mean? Players have his dips and stuff like that. It does happen. He's still for me. He's played well. He's done his defensive duties, been there. But his Brighton, not many did themselves a favour in there. A lot of them didn't play well, just didn't turn up that game. Just didn't show up. But it wasn't just Bruno. No, I think it'll be interesting tomorrow if that's what happens to Tonali. Then Bruno's there, but Bruno's a good. This is it. Good players don't become bad players overnight. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. They have blips, but it's always there. And Bruno is, and we've seen it. We've seen what he can do. He is absolutely amazing. He's gone out there and done it for Brazil, and I think like his it could have been the social media stuff getting involved in like that, like that he's been told to like maybe step away because he's been heavily with that, and then he came out with that blast. You know what I mean? Because like it was stupid, like the grief that they were giving the players and stuff like that, and going at, and he's got every right to. But I think he needs to keep away from it because what's on Twitter doesn't necessarily mean what the whole fan base is. It's very like says, yeah. I think he needs to just be careful with that and step away and just like says and just love what he's doing, because that could have an effect. But like says, yeah. So hopefully, yeah, because Bruno in form. Then if he's in form, the team, you see them lift from the midfield and that, you'll see others as well. Because that's what he did with Miggy. That's how Miggy last season improved. Because him and like the South American they played well together, and that's what changed Miggy. And like I says, it was Bruno, and definitely. So yeah, if he steps it up again, I think you'll see the team lift again.
Absolutely right. We're going to comment to Callum Wilson in a bit as well. The tweet from Andrew Waters as well. I think he's watching the channel from Twitter, and he said, "Eddie's gone, man. If he loses to Brentford." Well, Andrew, that's your opinion, my guy. That's your opinion. Eddie Eddie Howe is not going anywhere soon, Andrew. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be here the next game, and the next game, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year. So get used to it. If he's watching, who's your choice then? Who's your choice? Who do you want to come and take away Eddie's place? Yeah, I'll wait for his reply. Will he do it? We'll see. And Jan's disagreeing with you, man, as Brazil team got 10 tenales.
I disagree. As the Brazil team got 10 tenales.
10 tenales. You need to exert a bit more, Jan, if I'm honest with you. So let's move on to Jackie's favourite player, Callum Wilson. And breaking news today, earlier this morning, about 10 o'clock, a game heard from Jim White on TalkSport. But Callum Wilson signed a new 1-year extension to his contract. For me, I think it's a no-brainer. This guy is lovable, likable, popular at St. James's Park. And people are saying that his injury record's not very good whatsoever. But for me, Jackie, I think it's a cracking deal.
His injury record wasn't very good, but if you look back over the past few months, he's not been injured since last February because Eddie Howe's managing him well. And if he starts tomorrow, that's good. If not, we've not like in the past when we've had crap on the bench, we've got Isak and Wilson. So if Wilson starts tomorrow and doesn't do anything, we've got Isak to come on. And Callum Wilson is a proper team player, 100%. And he's a cracking number 9. So, yeah, I'm just dead chuffed that he signed. But he's a lovely guy as well. He's 100% Newcastle, which is what you could say about all the team, to be fair. There's no big I-ams in the team. They're all 100% Newcastle, and that's why we're so good.
40 goals from 80 matches since his time in Newcastle United. That's a stat as well. 22 assists as well. I tell you
top
what,
scorer last year.
18 goals last season. I'll put my hand up and say he was done at the end of the season to get enough goals. But this guy has come in, has turned this season completely round. This guy was thinking, who's this guy? Do you know what I mean? And he's done it. I mean, 18 goals, Vince. Let's be real. Oh, yeah. I mean, brilliant.
Yeah. Wilson to me is like he's got that bit of the old classic number 9 because he likes to get stuck in amongst the central defenders and all that, and they're doing and he's proper gets in the face all the time. And he's for me, he's one of the best finishers I've ever seen in a striker. His ability, some of the finishes are just unreal. He knows where the goal is, doesn't have to look, bang, it's in. Unbelievable. He is he's a great player. He gets it fed through. And he just, if we can get the ball to him, but that's the difference I think between him and Isak, where Wilson is a number 9, Isak isn't, and I don't think that's just having him up front. We've seen Isak; he's better running with the ball, playing onto the ball. He's better that way, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, no, this is fantastic. Wilson is he's class. We're keeping him it says Eddie Howe's looking at him, managing him, and I think what you're looking at as well, he's looking on, everything's going on. He wants to be here, he wants to be part of it. He's working his butt off, he wants to be there. You've seen him come on, he's grafting, he's running, he's chasing, he's hurrying. to me, like that's like says he's our number 9, and that's what we want from our number 9s is pure passion and fighting. Callum gives you that, all day. Like says, and like he says, just his finishing is just unbelievable, unreal. And I mean, remember like says a couple last season when what was it, Tottenham? Well, Lloris, where he clashed at him, didn't even look,
he
and just
did.
put it straight over. Unreal. Like he's just these finishing and touching, man, are just unreal. He is like he's absolutely class. And I think like his but I think the competition between him and Isak is again is like that's what we need in the side, and that's what we've lacked. We've lacked in different positions. We've lacked that because players can go, all right, okay, like says, yeah, I've had enough game, but I'll play the next game. Well, that won't happen now. Like says, you've got to be on your point every game, and that's great. That's great to have in your team. And Isak and him keep pushing each other as well. And like says, for him to sign new contract, that fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
I think that's cracking news as well for you Newcastle fan like us as well. Yeah. He's gone from Twitter and now he decides to jump on to live show. Big up to you, Mick. Hope you're fine. I spoke to him yesterday. He knows Callum Wilson, by the way.
Does he?
Goes to school with him, if I'm correct. Callum Wilson boosts the team 100%. Yeah. Isak is not an out-and-out striker, but he'll score lots. I wasn't criticised Tonali. Was more if Bruno could assist with Jarlison, he could definitely assist Gordon, Barnes, and Wilson. If he comes out to the all Bruno, then I tell you what, this guy's going to be absolutely brilliant. It really is. And yeah, I want to talk quickly about the box office, Jackie. I'll start with you. The box office. I think I might have said it to you today that. I said Manchester City has got over 200 staff, right, in the box office, yeah? We only got about 3 or 4 in the office, yeah? That ain't big enough. It needs a new office, in my opinion. Look, don't get me wrong. I think, in my opinion, they're doing the best, but it's no good being 96 in the queue. Then you got to number 1, and then you got cut out completely, yeah? Something needs to be done about it. I'm not having to go at the staff. The owner's got a lot of things right, but they only need to get the box office right. What's your take? Jackie?
Can I just go back on what we were saying about the Newcastle team? It's just struck me. I was thinking about it. The complete difference between maybe last season, this season. Last season, you've got your top 11 players out on the pitch, and then you look at the subs bench and you think, there's not much there. Whereas this season, you can change like for like. So if for example, Isak's on the bench and Wilson's playing, we've got a top class player to come in, and I think that he's improved the squad, Eddie Howe. But what he's done as well is he's brought in players that are versatile. So Livramento can play in different positions, Hall can. And getting back to Isak, when he played for Sweden, he wasn't an out forward. He was playing behind, and then you've got Gordon and Barnes that can. So I just think it's brilliant.
Well said. Absolutely right. I think that's a brilliant comment there, Jackie. Absolutely right. And I love to see Livramento coming as well for freshness as well. But Kieran Trippier's in the way, so he's not going to go above Trippier, unfortunately. But he can also play left back, and I think he'd do a good job as well. Eddie Howe do like versatility as well, which I think is great for the team. You have that. Yeah, box office, Jackie. I mean, the staff. What needs to be done about it?
Well, I've said to you before, because I live over in the northwest, I'm not really up on the ticket things because I watch it on telly and trying to get to matches over here, but I'm not a season ticket holder, so I can't really comment on that. You're probably better off going to your mate.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go on to Vince. I mean, your take, of the boxers, I know you got very strong feelings about it as well. I mean, look, 3-4 staff there. Opens 9 till 12 on a Saturday, right? Open 10 till 4 during the week. It's absolutely ludicrous. I'm sorry. I mean, the owner's got a lot of things correct, but at the end of the day, it needs to be looked at because it's getting ridiculous. Fans are up in arms. People's got to travel from Yorkshire to London when they finish work to Newcastle just for that. Waiting 3 hours on the phone, just get online for a 2-minute question. It is absolutely out of order. Ain't on it.
Yeah, no, like says, there's still a lot of Ashley people in the club as well. A lot behind the scenes and all that. They had to get it right on the pitch first. The first level, because that's if the team doesn't do well, then nothing else can. So that's it. They've got a lot to get in the box office. Yeah, I mean, like, is this new ticketing system? So that goes down. You can't get in, then you've got to go and stand and wait in the queue for like 3 or 4 people. Like, says, yeah, it's a lot of it needs done. Yeah, John, you're totally right. It is. It's like, says, I mean, like, says, there's a lot of things that have kind of gone wrong. I mean, like, I've had a ticket for, because my mate can't go, so luckily I've had his ticket. I'm going to the Brentford game as well, and I went to the Liverpool game, and there was someone sitting in my seat who shouldn't have been there, and like, says, I couldn't believe it. But he disappeared. Yeah, he disappeared and he didn't come back. So like, says, this lad apparently travelled up from was it Villa or something like that? He's a Newcastle fan, so someone's obviously sold him like a dodgy ticket. Like, says, so this like, says, the ticketing system is not infallible. You know what I mean? Like, says, there is problems. Things do need sorted like that. Like, says, because that's it. If you want to keep your fans happy, it's not just about the team, but you want to be able to just rely on the fact, like you say, John, people traveling over the world just want to get there, get your ticket, and get into the match. You want it to be that simple, and it should be that simple. Like, so there's a lot of problems, a lot of, like, his fans up in arms, and rightly so. That there are things that need to be done, and like you say, John, going in the box office like that, yeah, like, I've gone in before and just like going, all right, okay, where's everyone? Like, it's not good enough at all. Not good enough. Definitely not. The need, like, I mean, there is a lot to do, John. To be honest, the academy needs rebuilt. There's a lot of things need to be done. They're getting it right on the pitch. They just now need to start to go, right, okay, there's other things that need. And I think, yeah, the box office and about the tickets and that is a priority. Yeah.
100%, 100%. And all these people trying to mention dodgy tickets, like buying on third parties as well. I've seen one for Newcastle PSG game, and it was about 150 quid. My advice is, if people watching my channel worldwide and you want to come to Newcastle matches, do not buy ticket third party, because I can guarantee you now you'll not get in. And if you're from South Africa, Australia, or America, and you're not sure, contact one of our guys and we can just say yes or no. But please do not buy a ticket unless you're a season ticket holder or a member. You will not get into Newcastle United because it is a scam, and there's a lot of things going on as well. So they need to be careful of that as well. And I've seen plenty of tickets are going for the Brentford game. I try to go to, I would hope to go to the PSG game. I'm going to go to Germany and PSG just for the atmosphere. Is any of you guys going? I know, Jackie, you're thinking about it. I could be wrong. Definitely. And you're going to go as well, Vince, Germany or France, even if you haven't got a ticket. Is it worth going over there without a ticket?
Do you know what? Yeah, like this is it, John. It's the Champions League. It's back in Europe. Like, it is. It's the atmosphere, not just the game. It's going, like, traveling again, going with the fans, getting there. It's days out, because that's what me and my mate were talking about. Going, we're getting it. We'll get back in. Even if we don't get a ticket, we'll look to get away. Because it's part of it, John. It's part of being a fan. These are things that you can do, and just the atmosphere. Go there and just go there and have fun and be. But just don't be an idiot. Don't disrespect the club. But show Geordies for what we are. That's why people love. We're friendly. We're happy. Like, we get on with anyone. We don't care. Like, we just get on with anyone. We don't script it. We just get on. We're just there to have a good time. Just go there, have fun, be respectful, and just enjoy yourself. But that's what it is. It's all part of it. Yeah, I'm definitely talking about it. I'm definitely going to try, John, to go to, like, if we can, get out there. Because it's the atmosphere, to just soak it up. Yeah, to watch it, even just watch it in the bar out there would be great. Yeah.
Exactly. I think there'll be more people at the bars than they are visitor fans on the pitch as well. So if you haven't got a ticket, still come along. That's what I'm doing. I'm going. And go to the bars. I know there's going to be a great few thousands going to go to Milan as well. I'm going to go soak it up as well. And I'm sure they're going to have a fantastic time, Jackie.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously not going to go get a ticket, but I'm going to go because it's just going to be a once in a lifetime experience for me for the Champions League. So yeah, just being in Paris and, soaking up the atmosphere. But getting back to a point that your friend said about the academy, I meant to say what's been really, really exciting this summer is the wonderful signings that Newcastle's made for the younger players, like the 15, 16, 17-year-olds. If we think now 3 years' time, they're going to be, you know, the new Elliot Anderson, the new Sean Longstaff, whatever. But we've made some absolutely fantastic signings behind the scenes that have sort of gone under the radar. But when you look at some of the, you know, they're all England under 16s or whatever, we're going to have a cracking team. And I love that the owners are putting so much emphasis on the youth team.
Absolutely, and that's what we need. Right, I mean, I'll be back for the previews and reviews as well. I'm gonna try and get Sabrina for the Oppo view as well. She's a big Milan fan as well, so we are talking. Get on recorded show as well. European games, been there, got the T-shirt for most of the European grounds in the late 60s and 70s ties, and we won 69. Good on you, Jan, as well.
Yeah.
Right, before we wrap up as well, we talked about Callum, we talked about Eddie as well, we talked about Champions League. I'm going to make a prediction now. I'll start with you, Jackie. Where do you think Newcastle will finish in the Champions League?
In the Champions League?
Yeah, in the group stage.
I'd love second, but I think that's a bit optimistic. So maybe third, and then we'll get into the Europa. I can't see us beating Milan, but I'd love to get second.
Absolutely. And what about you, Vince? You're the optimistic one.
The home games are going to be crucial. The home games are going to be like absolutely. If we can get, like, if we can do well in the home games, then yeah, we possibly might be able to next second. You don't know, like, I mean, PSG. They haven't got Messi or another. They're not the same. Yes, they've got the one big threat that is Mbappe, which is terrifying. Like, because he can just change a game like that, and it's gone in seconds. But it's going to be interesting. It is. It's going to be very, very interesting, and I'm just so excited. Woo-hoo.
Yeah,
I just kind of wait.
Yeah, give us a position.
I'd say we can, if home form goes well, we can nick second. I think. Yeah.
And he's going to go above them.
I think Milan's going to be I think they're going to take, like, the form they're in and the players and all that. I think Milan. I think if Milan can get through, I think, yeah.
Cross that PSG then.
I think a lot of it.
Like his. Yeah. Sorry, go Jackie. Yeah.
No, just saying PSG.
I think a lot of it hinges on the Brentford game. I think if we win the Brentford game, we go in with a lot of confidence. I think if we lose the game on Saturday, it's like, oh, all the Eddie Howe haters will be out. Confidence is going to be shot. But if we win tomorrow, I think we've got a good chance. Maybe it's getting a draw against Milan and then get them back at home. So I think the Brentford game is massive.
Oh, it's massive. We've got to concentrate on the job in hand. Let's concentrate on that game and then worry about Milan on Tuesday. So go for the comments as well. That is up as well. Please like and share the show. Thank you, Les. Nobody can take those moments away. That's to Jan. Agree, but I still love it. All the grounds. I would never go back to Napoli. I'll go to Napoli, no problems at all. Galatasaray. I've never been to Galatasaray. I tell you what, that'll be an experience to go as well. And get your 99p memberships and be with a chance to win £50 Newcastle e-voucher on Tuesday. Thank you, Leslie. So for me, I'm going to go either second or third. I think the first two games are going to be so crucial, and that will tell us where we're going to be. It's going to be tough, but you know what? I'll tell you what, they would hate to come to St. James's Park as well. Let me tell you, with the atmosphere we've got, I'll be going to the home games as well. Depends on work as well. Well, thank you very much indeed, guys. Before you wrap up the show, it's your first time I know, Vince. Did you enjoy coming on the show, did you?
Yeah, John, pleasure. It's great. Like, it was great to meet you that night. Remember we had it with Steve Wraith at the Irish Club and all that. It's been great to catch up with you. Lovely bloke. Like, I'll do like anytime if I can get on if you want. No problem. Nice to meet you too, Jackie, in the virtual world. But
don't go away yet. Because no, got someone says good news as well. And Jackie, did you enjoy come on first time on a live show?
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And Last time I went to St James's was for the Sailor Cup, and I'm looking. I was in Shiva's bar where I met you, John, and I'm looking over the road and thinking, why is there a Darth Vader over there? But it all makes sense now. The food bank thing.
He's a big Toon fan. He's a big Toon fan. Yeah, always has been. I say that's why he's black and his stormtroopers are white, because everywhere he goes it's black and white.
Absolutely, absolutely right. We need some more black and whites as well. We're going to be an elite team one day. You never know. So brilliant stuff. So where can we find you on your socials, Vince, so people don't know you? I know it's your first time.
Like I said, I'm on Vince Smith on Facebook. That's Alexis, what I'm on there, and I'm on also Instagram, where I put like a lot of the videos, like stuff like that. Like says, I think it's Vinconi, Vincano Vinsoni on there. Like says, you'll find us. Like says, you'll come across someone dressed as Darth Vader or Batman or something like that. You'll see it. But on there, yeah, like says, yeah.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. And Jackie, where can we find you for people who don't know you?
Well, just the same. It's just my name on Facebook and Instagram. Just as my name, nothing fancy. And cool Twitter.
And Twitter. Fantastic stuff. What's your Twitter handler, Jackie?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you, I'll find it and then I'll say it in the next show. For people that don't know where Paul is tonight, he has got an emergency. That's why he can't make it on the show tonight. He is absolutely brilliant. His foresight on football Newcastle United is fantastic. He'll be back on the next show, which will be the match review on Sunday. So if you two want to be invited to come back, cool. We'll get you back on. But guys, if you love the video, like what you watch, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be doing the match day vlogs tomorrow at St James's Park. So if you see us around, hit us up. And I'll be outside the Shiva's bar. I may go to Fun Feast as well. I may go to Wonder Bar. I could be anywhere. But listen, just check us out and hit us up as well. Let's best wishes to Paul. Yes, absolutely. And Leslie's popular as well. And speak to him many times as well. So, guys, like and subscribe. And as always, a wheel of bags.